Welcome to Whispers of Life. It's Sunday, 7:30 p.m. and I have a new story for you. I must have been in the second semester of medical college. Those months when life was full, yet strangely quiet. Classes, practicals, books stacked on my table. I felt as if I was slowly stepping into the life I had chosen, and the weight of it was beginning to settle on my shoulders. I had stopped roaming around the campus with seniors and friends aimlessly. There was a new seriousness in me, the realization that one day I would be holding human lives. Most evenings, I would ride my cycle towards the western side of the campus, through the new land cut across the marshes. During the rains, water gathered on both sides, still and shining, like two silent legs keeping me company. Those rides were my quiet escapes. One evening in 1991, must be June. Just as the day was fading, something inside me whispered, "Go home." I didn't question it. I simply listened and cycled out of the hostel gate. I passed the BT road, the familiar hum of the Ima market, the gentle curve near Kangla Park, and when I reached Sanjentong, I turned deliberately onto the road that curved along the Imphal River. I always loved that road. It felt as though the river and I were traveling together, two quiet companions in the dust. Soon the trees of Mahabali Grove gathered around me, dark shapes against the falling light, and then home. Everyone looked surprised to see me. I parked my cycle near the Sangoi and walked in. Mother was already lying inside the mosquito net. "Ima, why are you in bed already?" Her voice came out fragile. "Ibungo, I'm not feeling well." A discomfort deep in her abdomen. I knew. We all knew. The swelling inside her, slowly growing, silently worrying, was beginning to trouble her. That night, the house felt different, quiet in a way that makes you alert. We ate dinner, iromba, saguri thongba, foods we usually loved. But everything tasted like worry. I tried to study, but restlessness circled inside me. I lay down early, hoping sleep would come. Somewhere in the stillness of the night, a sound cut through. I woke. Listen, there it was again, a retching sound. I jumped up. My sisters, my brother, they all ran. We reached her bed. She had vomited dinner. Before we could breathe, she retched again. This time, red, bright, unmistakable. Blood. My heart froze. The mind understands before the heart accepts. But she retched again, and then again. Each time, only blood. Don't be, Mama is vomiting blood." Our voices trembled through the house. Neighbors rushed in, aunties, uncles, hands everywhere, fear everywhere. Somehow a vehicle was arranged in the middle of the night. My sister grabbed what families grab when they know nothing what lies ahead. A mat, a thermos, a torch, a few clothes, and we left. Through the Uripok route, as tradition said. In the casualty ward, familiar faces recognized me. They didn't hesitate. They helped immediately. She needed blood. My blood group matched hers. I offered myself without thinking anything. They drew blood from me, still warm, still mine, and it flowed into her veins. That night passed quietly, almost too quietly. Don't be, my auntie stayed with us. But as dawn began to light the windows, she vomited again, only blood. Doctors rush, injections, urgent words, more blood needed. The day had barely begun, yet I felt as if I had lived through years of fear. But something pushed me forward. I moved around the campus on my Luna, asking friends for blood donors, buying medicines, mobilizing everyone I could. Over the next few days, Mother received 3 units, my blood and the 2 bloods of my 2 friends. Investigation showed only a enlarged spleen and anemia. They suspected a bleeding ulcer, but we didn't have endoscopy in those days in our hospital. There was nothing they could do except wait and hope. And slowly the bleeding stopped. She was discharged. And I returned to college, trying to slip back into the classes, as if life had not changed forever. But inside, I was not the same anymore. I was a class representative that semester, yet I knew I could not hold that responsibility anymore. My mind was elsewhere, hovering around her, around home, around the fear that lingered like a shadow. I resigned. A friend took over. I stepped back quietly. People might think everything became normal after that. That once the bleeding stopped, life went back to the way it was. But no, that night, that helplessness, that image of blood where food should have been, was only the beginning of a long, trembling chapter in our lives. It was the first time I looked at my mother and saw how fragile even the strongest anchor can seem when the waves begins to rise. And sometimes life whispers a warning before the storm. We hear it, but we rarely understand what it is preparing us for. But today, when I look back at that night, I don't remember only the fear. I remember the neighbors who ran, the friends who offered their blood, the doctors who didn't wait for forms, the way love gathered itself quietly and held my mother when her body could not. Maybe that is what life was whispering too, that even when the nights feel frightening, we do not go through them alone. Then sometimes the storm shows us how deeply we are held. Thank you for listening to Whispers of Life.